Hello everyone, it's Darby of RiverBendSurvival again. It's early January, and I told you that in one of my previous videos I said during January I probably wouldn't be doing any videos. I have about a week left before I go in for surgery, and it dawned on me that I had started 2 series and I have not kept up with them. I've started 3 series that I haven't kept up with, but 2 of them I need to do some updates on. So I came out here today. I'm off the beaten path, but I'm not far off of a road, so every once in a while you're going to hear some car traffic over there, especially if a semi comes by. And I also happen to be in one of the flight paths for the airport, and they'll come right over the top here, so I'll try to stop if it gets too loud. But I'm going to use the same entrance for both videos, for both update videos. I'm going to separate them out later when I edit, just to keep them shorter. So give me a minute and I'll get right back to you. Thanks. The other thing that I want to talk to you about when I was out today doing updates on videos that I started previously was on my Haversack. Of course, there's a Haversack video. When I got this, there have been, like I said there would be, some changes made, not only to the pouch itself, but to the contents that are in it. Since I've gotten it, I have fallen in love with this knife. It does a fantastic job of everything. With the exception probably being a batoning, but as I've explained many times, I very seldom favor baton. Great little knife that came with it. Holds a very good edge, and it's real handy right here on the front of the pouch. I'm going to zoom it down a little bit here in a second and show you some changes that I made to what was in it originally. There were some shortcomings in my original thought process on it, but I'll explain that when I get you on a closer view. Be right back with you. Okay, what I've done now is I spun it around to the front. Everything here is super muddy, so I'm not even going to get on the ground right now. You'll remember this Haversack. One of the things I had to do was the piece that goes around the neck here. I had to get a much longer piece. The old one hung way too high. It was up above my belt. This one now hangs down here on my hip where I wanted it at to begin with. To clear some room up inside, I made this leather pouch that goes on the side, that goes on the strap and back. It's just woven into the strap. Give me a second. Sometimes this oiled strings are a little tough to get open. Inside it, I just have a little El Cheapo flashlight with some extra batteries, and I have a little fire kit in it. Originally I did not have a fire kit in this set, nor did I have a flashlight. The theory being that with my knife that I carry on my side, which is the one I just did the update on, and with my regular fire kit, I never needed a fire kit in here. But then I started thinking about it. The theory of this bag was that I can set it down, set my pack and everything down at camp and take off and just use this pouch, Haversack. So since the knife is already on here, I figured I'd go ahead and do this too, put this on here. It's just backup. It's an extra one. It's not that big of a deal. It doesn't add anything for weight. So, but like today, I have the other knife in my pocket because I was doing a review. But for like today, I just grabbed this. I didn't put my fire kit on my belt. I didn't put my knife with the dangler on my belt because I have both of those here. No other changes to the outside of the bag. No changes to the inside of the bag, except that my kit now consists of, I added a little stainless steel folding shovel with some toilet paper. I have a cheap Coleman poncho that I carry with me in case I get caught out in the rain, and for ground cloth for shelter building. And the reason I say ground cloth is my wife Amy made me, it's a 5 foot by 7 foot or 8 foot long tarp. It's sill stop. It's been waterproofed. I've waterproofed it, and you can see it's roughly the size of a Coke can. It's plenty small, plenty light. I mean, there's nothing to it. And then of course I still have my Swiss Army. If I'm not mistaken, it's a Swiss officer's canteen set with the cup. I love this thing a lot. With this new setup, I have found that I have my cutting tool taken care of. I have any of my fire needs taken care of, plus I have a little flashlight in there, and there's an extra set of AA batteries in there. I have water and a container taken care of. I have shelter taken care of 2 different ways, but I usually use them together. And then I have the added nicety of having the shovel with the toilet paper. Let me get you readjusted and I'll finish this one up. As I said when I originally got the Haversack, this is not something I'm going to go out 72 hours with, or 96 hours, or a week. That was never the purpose of this Haversack. It is just so I can carry what I need if for some reason I can't get back to my campsite at night. It's also what I carry with me almost exclusively when I'm just out walking. If I'm making videos, and today is an exception, I carry a backpack with me, a smaller backpack. The reason being is because I carry all the camera equipment with me. Today I'm in a park that is, if you went straight, it's less than a mile to my house. So even if I got stranded, I could still be home by dinner time here, so I'm not worried about that. But like everything else, like I've said over and over and over, these kits change, things change on them, and you know what to change when you start using it. When I first built the kit, I went with what I knew. I want this, I want this, I want this, and then I started using it. Excuse me. The more I used it, the more I figured out, some of this stuff isn't working out the way that I wanted it to. That's when you start making changes. There is no set thing. You're not going to go onto a video, and I don't care whose channel it is. You're not going to go onto a video and see somebody's kit and go, bam, that's exactly what I need and what I want. Go out and get it and be perfectly happy with it. You're going to go and get it. You're going to get that stuff. You're going to start using it. You're going to go, yeah, this is cool. At first, you're going to be in love with it. Later on, you're going to go, man, I don't need this, or I would rather have this. Things change. It's just the way it is. So, I'm not saying that this is the way this kit's going to stay for the next 10 years. It's going to be this way for a while. Because I'm going to have to put another couple of months of dirt time into the setup that I have right now. Test it out, try it out, come across some situations that I'm not expecting. And that's where the real test comes in at, and then see how it handles all of that. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll get back with you probably another 6 months or so if there's been changes to it, and update it. Until then, remember, have some fun and get out in the dirt. Thanks.